Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, we're going to, just rank these team seasons based on regular season only. Playoffs haven't ended. There's Super Bowl. So, yeah, I'm gonna go over all 32 teams, and I just, hope you guys enjoy the video. I apologize for not posting in a while. I just have had some, stuff to do. Turn my setup around if you guys can see. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So let's go ahead and get into this. The Titans, I think they came out with about 8 or 9 wins, but missed the playoffs. So I'm gonna say, okay, they didn't do good. They didn't do bad. Uh, Probably next season they'll be okay, but I'm not gonna put them down here because I just couldn't think of anything else. But okay, playing around with the quarterbacks a little bit. I think they'll find it in the off season. Just play around with the roster. We'll see. All really just depends on what Mike Vrabel does. The Miami Dolphins. I'm gonna say, based off the season, good. Uh, Won their first 8, lost their last. Wasn't really great for them on the second half of the season. The first half, that they had Tua, they did great. I expect to see a better team next season. So, yeah, a good team. Not gonna lie. Speedsters like Waddle and Cheetah. Mike Gesicki's another good tight end, or I should say, another good uh, threat to the defense. So yes, I do say that they had a good season based off everything, considering everything, and they've played against. They had the Bengals, Bills, every other divisional game, but yeah, they did good. The New York Jets. We're gonna go okay. They looked great about first half of the season, and then just fell off. I really don't know how to describe that, but uh, actually, I'm gonna put it next season. Maybe next season. Hold on a minute. Save myself. That way, instead of saying, maybe next season. Uh, the Jets, after losing Zach Wilson, well, they were bad before losing Zach Wilson, but after putting him out, I think they did probably worse. And you can hate on me for saying that, but I just believe that's true. They need to find a quarterback. I'd say give Zach Wilson one more chance, but if he doesn't, go find a new quarterback. Mike White isn't in, neither is Joe Flacco. He's getting too old for this. The rest of the team looked pretty sharp, though. I'm not gonna lie. Watched a few of their games this season, and I was impressed. Maybe next season. So that's what I gotta say for the Jets. Uh, Bengals, they had a great season. They're repeating what they did last season. Like I said, this is strictly just regular season. So Joe Burrow's looking good. Jamar Chase, he was hurt for about 4 games, but still kept up in stats. And even if he wasn't there, we still had T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd as second options. Hayden Hurst is a great tight end. He made a lot of decisions to be a great playmaker. That game with the Buffalo Bills after getting canceled for tomorrow, I don't blame him for canceling it. I appreciate that. See, there's still some good people in this world. Because there are things more important than the game. But that game probably. I mean, after the Chiefs won the game, it doesn't really matter. So it doesn't matter. The big thing about that is they still did good. They rebounded from it in that last game. We've had a couple of good seasons in this franchise, and I'd like to see it continue. Oh. The Browns maybe they did okay. I wasn't impressed from what I seen Deshaun. Obviously, he's been out for 4 years. For everybody knows why. Um, if not, there were some allegations against him, and he stopped playing for a while. So, you know, being back for the first time in 4 years, I can understand why. But no, I wasn't impressed with what I seen. The We don't talk about Halloween. Browns Bengals. That was a nightmare for me. But yeah, they did okay. I just probably expected better from them. Having Deshaun Watson. They'll rebound. They'll rebound. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Going from here to here. Beating the Chargers. We'll get to that in a second. In the playoffs. But no, I seen some things on that team that I really did like after getting rid of Urban Meyer and going out and getting Doug Peterson. It was a huge change for the team. So they had a good season, making the playoffs for the first time in a long time. It just goes to show you there's any team can make it. They just need the right pieces to their puzzle. Good season for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think the thing to really take in from this is anything's possible. They're a living proof of that. I'd like to see them continue. Uh, the Detroit Lions, considering what they did, they knocked the Packers out of the playoffs, so I'm gonna give them a better ranking than the Packers. Um, I was impressed. Another one of those Jaguars type of teams that they just did horrible, but I'm impressed, big time. Dan Campbell really turned his season around from last year, and I think that's something everybody can appreciate to watch. They won games, so yeah. They maybe next season that they turn into a Jaguar type of team where they make the playoffs. It'll be interesting to watch, definitely. I have to put them up there with the Bengals. If I didn't, I'd be biased. So the Vikings had a great season. Unfortunately, lost the first round of the playoffs to the Giants. But like I said, this is strictly off the main season. Uh, they won games. They lost some really bad games though, and I think that's really what hurt them. Uh, they'll be good again next season, and Super Bowl coming their way. I'm gonna say 4 years. No, 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 no. That's a little much. I'll say 3. 3 years. Because, teams got to even out like the Chiefs. Uh, the Chargers still have a shot at it. The Eagles, the Bengals, the Bills. They got to even out before that's going to happen for them. So, they had a great season. Just not such a great playoff season. If you guys want to see me, put in like my input on the playoffs after the Super Bowl ends, I will gladly give that to you guys. Bucks, I think the Bucks are gonna be that team again. They did okay because there is no next season for them. With my speculation of Tom Brady leaving, it's probably the end for them. So yeah, they did okay. After the Panthers almost beat him is what did it for me. I wasn't really impressed with that. He had a good game, but no, he's the main piece of that team. They're not gonna be great. They're not gonna go out and get a Brock Purdy, Mr. Relevant. That was a one in a lifetime thing. Uh, the 49ers had a great season. I don't even care what anybody says. No, no, the way Brock Purdy came in and played that second half of the season, Mike Shanahan knows what he's doing, and I think we all seen that. So, yeah, I'll say it. He did great. Uh, their season was great. That defense is just everything to that team. They wouldn't be the same without it. So, after the video, or at the end of the video, I'll give you my Super Bowl speculations. Uh, but they had a great season. I'm excited to see this game between them and the Eagles. Sorry, Cowboys fans. You guys had a really good fight against them, but they're just the better team right now. Falcons, just bad. Just bad. I wanted to I wanted to say that they're going to have a good season, but it just didn't happen. After the loss to the Buccaneers the second time, they just fell off. They were doing okay. They were winning some good games, but no. Maybe next season, but I can't put them out. It's always just a maybe next season for them. But they're just bad right now. The Ravens, they had excuse me, sorry. They had a good season. Lamar Jackson being out for the last few games, I think hurt that. I think it hurt them in the playoffs as well. Tyler Huntley wasn't a bad backup though. As a fan of the Ravens, you might disagree with me, but I watched him play, and that divisional game between actually it was the wild card game. My bad. The wild card game between the Ravens and Bengals. He's too young. There's nothing he could have done more for that team. He kept him in it. Just made some mistakes, and I think every quarterback does that. But no, they had a good season all around. There's always room to improve for every team, though. The Bears, they're getting the first pick, so I think that's really all I have to say. Justin Fields is underrated, and I think he showed that to us this season. I feel bad for the situation he is in. He needs a new team. But, they get the first pick, and I believe that's all I really need to say. You can hate me for this, but I'm putting Cowboys in the great. You're gonna be like, oh, how can you not put the Dolphins in it? It's just a different story. The Cowboys, Dak hurt, coming off of an injury. Dak did great, so you gotta expect at least him off an injury somewhere up here. No, 13 wins is that's it. The defense carried hard, but so did the offense. They carried just as hard, bro. So I think that they'd have a great season because there's differences between Dolphins and Cowboys. You just got to look at it. So yeah, I think a great spot on this list would be necessary to put them. The Texans just bad. That just bad list just grew like so much, and it's about to grow again. But Texans, they need to figure it out. I'm gonna give them time to do that, but no, they're just bad. They fired their head coach Lovie Smith. Their quarterback is young. Davis Mills. He's still got a lot of time to mold himself. So there's not really much to say about the Texans. I'm rooting for them. Just because I feel bad. The Texans. I am extremely disappointed with what I've seen from this season. I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, they kind of turned around in the end. They didn't have a great season. No, I'm not, especially after winning the Super Bowl. They lost key players like Robert Woods, Odell Beckham, Andrew Whitworth, Matthew Stafford mid-season. I don't think Eric Whittle really, changed that team much. But they lost key pieces, and I think that has a lot to do with how they ended up. So, they did okay, considering the situation. Chargers had a good season. They turned around mid-season. Can't talk about the playoffs though, because that's just horrendous, man. It hurt really badly. But it just goes to show you that not all teams are perfect. And next season it'll be their season. They need to figure out a new offensive coordinator after firing Joe Lombardi. You've seen what Herbert's had on it. I think they just need more. And that may sound greedy of me, but they need more to that team. They need a faster receiver with decent hands, and I think that team will be elite. Raiders, maybe next season. I've heard speculations of Tom Brady going to Las Vegas. And, going from having Edelman and Gronk to having Devontae, and Devontae going from Aaron Rodgers to having Tom Brady, that's just something that'll match up pretty well together, and I do think that will spark something in that team. Because, having Denzel Perryman, Max Crosby, and Chandler Jones as a linebacker core on the other side, man, that's just so overpowered, it's not even funny. Fix some other things, that team will be really good. Washington Commanders, not impressed. Actually, I take that back. Every team in the NFC East did either okay or better. Now all 4 teams should have made the playoffs. Okay, but that just didn't happen. The Washington football team, I'll even go maybe next season because if you look at it this way, they had a great record. It was like 9 wins, but still missed the playoffs. That's still a 500 plus, and I take it. But the only reason I put him in the next season is because it's just they didn't make the playoffs. Chiefs had a great season, and Andy Reid obviously he's doing what he can. Patrick Mahomes is doing good. Losing Tyreek Hill looks still great. Isaiah Pacheco, or however you say his name, he's doing great as the running back there. He fits right in. Sky Moore, he's a good receiver for that team, and I think he's a really great addition for Patrick Mahomes. The defense, Chris Jones, that secondary probably could fix itself, but Chris Jones is carrying that defense undoubtedly. They're just going out there getting wins. Travis Kelce is another guy I forgot to mention, but he's been there a while. I don't think I really need to mention him. You already know, but you know he he's doing good there too. I always see those 87 and running commercials, and it just makes me laugh, 'cause like just football and safety, it makes sense, but it's still funny to me. But back on the track of football, yeah, I'll get some commentary on that game next Sunday for them as well after the video's over. But yeah, great season for them. I wanted to say something there, but I no. Well, to understand this, Jameis isn't quarterback for them. The quarterback for them. My bad. Sorry, my grammar's that was just pretty bad. Sean Payton. The rumors him going to the Panthers, the Broncos, the Colts. Uh, some other teams I can't remember, but no, it's just if he goes back, I see them having a better season. If not, they're gonna sit in that okay stage for a while, and then you're just gonna see them get back to where they were. Uh, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. That defense is just elite with Cameron Jordan. Demarai Davis, uh, I almost said Eli, Marshawn Lattimore, and they just got Marcus Mann, Tyron Matthew. They got some nice pieces to that. So yeah, okay. Uh, I want to put him here, but no. Oh shoot, my bad. Good season for the Giants. Considering that they were pretty bad, like I said last year. Saquon came off a good season. Actually, he came off a pretty bad season going into this one being really good. Brian DeBall looks like he knows what he's doing there. Excited to see what they do next season. You know, great season for the Eagles. They did really great. Uh, there's not really much to say about the Eagles because Jalen Hurts. It was impressive to watch him play. Nick Sirianni. He turned that team around. Uh, they were like 8-8 last year, which is impressive. And 14 and either 2 or 3, 14 and 3, I believe is what it was. He just signing AJ Brown. They already had Devonta Smith. Dallas Goddard. Some of those pieces. Getting Jordan Davis. Signing the Ndamukong Suh, and that O line. All that team just pieced together really well. So I can understand that they would come out as a great team. And yeah, it did. It really showed. It was one of those superstar teams that it really did good. For the Steelers, I'm gonna say maybe next season. They showed some talent here and there, but then again, with the interception machine of a quarterback, you never know. Tomlin, still avoided a lost season. He's going on 16 straight without one. So I'm impressed, and yeah, maybe next season. They got a lot to work out, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. I'm just playing with the Broncos, beyond belief, bro. I just don't even know what to say. Russell Wilson, $285 million. Now I'm pretty sure everybody's said some stuff on this, but I'm not impressed at all. Well, I mean, he got hurt though, so to be fair, he wasn't doing good before. Green Bay, no, they're doing okay. Aaron Rodgers threatening to retire for like the seventh time. No, I'm being sarcastic. I think it's only like the third or fourth time, but still, him threatening to retire. He it's just not an organization that's gonna be winning Super Bowls anytime soon. Christian Watson, that kid, he looked good. 6 touchdowns in a month. Uh, eh, we'll see. We'll see. Now obviously, like I said, the Lions better because they got that win in the last one. The Carolina Panthers. I'm a Panthers fan. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna say bad because like that 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 Tampa game kind of just screwed us over, ended our playoff hopes, and then we won that Saints game, but still, it didn't really change much. I think we had 6 wins on the season, and that's just it's just a bad stage, and I just kind of feel bad. Um, the Eagles, not the Eagles, sorry, my bad. The Cardinals, I think they fired Cliff Kingsbury. No, just maybe next season they got to get a coach. If they haven't already, on them, and I want to see that actually. I want to see if they actually hired somebody. Who's the coach for the Cardinals? It doesn't tell me it said that. I know Cliff Kingsbury got fired though. Yeah. D Hop, leaving. There are rumors leaving. Kyler Murray being like just like that. I don't think so. Uh, the Bills, they've had a great season. There's not much more you can ask from that team, especially with after Damar Hamlin. Uh, they still went into the playoffs, and I'm gonna mention the playoffs here, and beat the Dolphins, and then almost went on to beat the Bengals. Well, I mean not almost, but it's just everything that happened to them that season. It's just I didn't see it happening anyway. I'm not saying that because I'm a Bengals fan. It's just because like I said, after Demar, but they were in good spirits after he was okay and everything. But no, I still you just kind of knew that the presence of that they weren't there. You could just see it in their gameplay, and I just think that has a huge impact on that game that they had played. Uh, and then again, he still wasn't in it, and just him being on the hospital, facing that team again, it just brings out way too many memories, and I seen it, and I watched that whole game, and you just kind of knew. You just kind of got the picture. Seahawks had a great season, especially because if you go back and watch my video, I had them like down here. So I say great, and um, Kenneth Walker, he had a year. Gino is probably gonna be comeback player of the year, but yeah, that team all around was just good, and they were exciting to watch. Um, say good. Mac Jones, he did okay, but the QB, like I said, the QB problems with Bailey Zappi, uh, and Mac Jones, it just didn't make enough sense. So they'll figure it out, and I'll say they had a good season for now. They were third in their division, but then again, you got to play the Dolphins and Bills 2 times a year. That's 4 games you've lost. So 4 out of 17. That's 13 extra games that they just didn't win. But yeah, that's what I have. I'm gonna go ahead and reorder this. Actually, that one's actually perfect to it. Yeah. Now it's perfect to a T. No, yeah, it's perfect to a T. I think they were the most impressive. Yeah, that looks good. We'll go ahead and put them there, and then the Saints there. Just bad. So this is gonna be the best of the bad. I know who I'm putting up here. No, I mean I want to put the Bears the last, but just no. You get the first pick. So that means the Texans had more wins than the Bears. No, I gotta see that. Texans record. You're telling me 3-14. Yeah, they did. So yeah, the Bears were definitely the worst team of the season. Let's see. Now we'll go to elite, and then we'll say Bills, Chiefs. We'll go Chiefs first. We'll go based off record. Well, I mean, if we're going based off record, then we gotta put the. I'm not telling you who I think is best out of these teams. Well, I mean, here's my Super Bowl predictions. I'm gonna say Bengals, 49ers. And before you get mad at me, Chiefs fans, think about it like this: Patrick Mahomes is coming off a high ankle sprain. Okay, so you gotta take that in, and you've seen the way it affected him. He's not gonna have his full mobility. All right, and the Bengals' offense is just much more compared to the Chiefs' offense, and then the defense, is decent, and it just shows you how healthy Patrick Mahomes losing 3 times to healthy Joe Burrow. So I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. It could be Eagles versus Chiefs, but no, I just tell you, I think that's what's gonna happen. I was gonna say something else. No, yeah, I guess so. Well, uh, those are my predictions. I mean, that's my season. That's my season records for everybody. How everybody did. Who I was impressed most with. Well, I mean, guys, I can completely understand if you disagree with some of these, but that's just my opinion. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you agree with me, drop a like. If YouTube allows it, just comment, tell me what you guys thought in a not too detailed uh paragraph, but just tell me what you disagreed with, and if it's too much, just say a lot, because like I just think that some of these teams, like, I don't know where I was going with that. Actually, I just think some of these teams were. Uh, I think some of these teams looked good and just did bad, and I think some of these teams looked bad, like the Seahawks, and did great. The Seahawks and Broncos are an easy, like, example for that. So it just goes to show you guys that all men are made the same. Swear to God, bro. I never agreed with that statement, but anybody can win on any given Sunday, Monday, Thursday. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment whatever you like. Just keep it nice. Uh, yeah, and I will post more. I promise. I hope you see you guys in the next one.